Tuesday. Yes. Dr. Teresa Bristol going live. You don't want to miss it. I got some good facts, some good tips, some good information, some ways you can change your life. You should join me. Hello, hello, hello. Tuesday, noontime, the time that everybody's had the opportunity. Hi, Sherman. Glad you were able to join me. I want to talk some business talk. I'm hoping some of my colleagues, especially some of the occupational therapists and physical therapists and speech therapists that may be in my radar, I am here to talk about how we can change our future by making some very select choices about what we do with our career and who we allow to have control over it. Y'all, we can do this in a way that is unique and different from what we have been doing in terms of the day-to-day grind. For those of you who may not know me, let me tell you a little bit about my story. I am I'm a go-getter, and I have always been that person. I never really did well by sitting still. I remember my mother saying to me as a kid, why don't you save something for some of the other kids to do? And I thought, well, then what would I do? So I've always been that person that thrived on doing a variety of things. I was involved in social clubs. I played sports. I was in the band. I was in the beta club. I tried to sing. I couldn't do that, but I tried to do that too. I was good in my academics. I was always very well-rounded. Got out of high school, went into the Army. I spent 4.5 years trying to grow up, trying to figure it out, trying to start my career path, figure out which direction I was going in. I learned a lot in leadership. I learned how to be a team player. I learned how to stand up for myself against a whole bunch of men mostly. And I don't know if you can imagine what that's like as a 17-year-old little girl from a small town in New Jersey and ultimately in Texas. Some of these big places far away from my little south in Florida, North Florida, rural town that I grew up in. I had to grow up really, really fast, but I did it. It taught me a whole lot, that I could overcome a lot, that I could dig deep, find my gifts, find my strengths, stand up for what I believe in, fight for the causes that were important to me, which I have done so over the last 20 plus years of my career. So after finishing the military, I went into college at my first alma mater, Florida A&M University. Yes, where I gained my first degree in physical therapy. After that, I started working as a clinician, worked in a variety of settings, mostly outpatient, but a variety of ages from birth all the way up to, the oldest you can imagine. From just about every scenario you can imagine. I saw it post-surgical. I saw clinical syndromes, rare syndromes in kids, amputees, all the way to strokes, to brain injuries, to orthopedic sports-related injuries. I have had my hands on a little bit of all of it over the course of 20 years, plus 20 years. And so I would like to talk about the climate that we are in today and the choices that we have. So as therapists in particular, if you think about it, we right now in 2021, PT, whether you're a physical therapist, occupational therapist, or speech therapist, the hourly reimbursement or payment for what we do ranges from about $30-ish to up to about $50-ish if you are employed by someone, based on the years of experience that you have. And so I thought about this. So if you work for somebody, an outpatient, I have worked where we've seen 22, 23 people in a day. So that equates to just say about four people. If we do 24 in a day, 4 people in an hour if you're talking 8 hours. So if you take that And just let's look at $50 an hour. Just say you were making $50 an hour, working for someone else in an outpatient clinic, seeing about 4 patients an hour, roughly 24 people a day. So for you, even if you made that on by yourself, if you made $50 per 4 people that you treated an hour, you would make $200 an hour. But you know insurance pays more than that. So if you think about that, you are literally getting paid about 8 times less than what the people you work for are getting paid for that day, 8-hour day that you see 4 patients in an hour, 24 patients a day. 8 times a day. Even if you only had half of that, can you imagine how much more money you could have within your own household, in your own bank account? What kind of opportunities you could open up for yourself, if you owned your own business? So I say to you, if you are like some of my students that I taught at FAMU, so part of my professional growth was at one point in my career, I also was in academia. So I was an associate professor at Florida A&M University, where I taught orthopedic and neurological physical therapy. And so I ended that in 2013, December 2013. So by now, the students that graduated, my last class, they would have graduated in 2014. So by now, you guys should have been licensed for at least 6 years. Some of you 7 years if you got right out and got your license. So if you, by now, 7 years into your profession, for me, I had already started thinking entrepreneurship, and I had already been trying some degrees of entrepreneurship. So if you have not started thinking yourself about how you can monetize your own gifts, whether it be directly in alignment with your degree from your universities, your physical therapy, speech, occupational therapy degree, or whether it be some other thing that you just really enjoy doing. Say, for instance, the guy that I was talking about earlier in the post, Jeff Bezos. So he graduated with an engineering degree. And he had an engineering degree and also a, computer science degree. And so he worked for a number of years. But in 1993-94, he decided on a drive, he sat down and writing down a business plan. And from there, he emerged into this online colossus of Amazon person. So he's the richest, one of the richest people in the entire world ever in history, second richest person. He left his original degree path in terms of working in that area. He transitioned from engineering, was doing some stuff in banking industry. But he left that to step out on faith. He created a vision and a plan, and he made the steps to actually execute it. If he had not taken a chance, if he was not a risk taker, if he was afraid or let his fears hinder his growth, there is no way in the world that he would have been able to make it to where he has made it today. The online space is enormous. The growth potential is out of this universe. So Walmart, Target, Sears, there's Amazon, just about boutiques. When COVID-19 hit, obviously Bezos was ahead of the game. He had e-commerce wrapped up in his hands. It just got even bigger when we couldn't go out to Walmart and Target and wherever else we would go to the malls and buy stuff. We now were able to go to this established e-commerce that has multi-nations involved. It's not just the United States, it's all of the countries that are buying from Amazon and its affiliates throughout all these countries. he was already in place. He was already ready. It just allowed him to elevate his already huge and massive wealth status. But I say this to say, if we do not see what's right in front of us, the opportunity to reach a bigger base by capitalizing on what the online space can offer us, then we are truly missing the big picture. So COVID-19 hit us. It had every profession that I know was affected by it in one way or another. Some people, they really took advantage of it. They flourished. Some people, some stores, some businesses you ride by right now, the doors are closed. There's no evidence even of them online. They just couldn't make it. Some industries, some businesses. But some did really, really well. And I'm very fortunate. So when the start of COVID hit, I was delivering services as a mobile physical therapist, my own business. And with the scares of going into people's spaces, the risk of jeopardizing my own livelihood, I made a decision that I was going to stop until I had a chance to research it and figure out what to do. So I did my homework. I re-strategized. I created a different plan. I built different relationships. I made a conscious decision that I was not going to put myself in danger, nor was I going to put other people that were affiliated with me unnecessarily in harm's way if we could figure out a different way to make money. The online space. So a lot of clinics try to do telehealth. They try to do a virtual method of delivering care, but they couldn't figure out a way to make it work for their constituents. Not overall, but I have consistently done it since March, around the end of March, solid by April, to this point right now, which is just January 25th. I'm still 100% virtual. Not only am I 100% virtual, because the care change shifted, I now have a whole different demographics. So I was mostly just seeing kids at that time. Now I have adults. I'm actually full spectrum, back to where I want it to be, which is a part of my big vision. Even before COVID hit, it just made it more possible. Not only that, I have the opportunity. I was only able to reach who I could get to within a time frame that I had in a day. Now I can reach the whole state from the comforts of my entire home. Not only me, but my entire team. So I now have been able to expand, to add on different disciplines, to add on different age groups, to add on different insurance companies during a pandemic, because I utilized my knowledge, my expertise. I stepped outside of my comfort zone. I never had delivered telehealth before. It had all been, I'm a very hands-on person. I stopped thinking about what I was accustomed to and started figuring out what I needed to do to make it work. And so I'm here to tell you that there are options besides working your 9 to 5, seeing 20-something patients a day, 100 patients a week, and barely making $50 an hour, going home tired as I don't know what, and got to get back up and do it all over again. You can literally see, I would say 4 times less than that, and make more money than what you're making right now if you start your own business. So I tell you, it's possible, but you got to have grit. You got to have step outside of your comfort zone, and you got to build relationships with the right people. I know how to get you to where you want to be. Not just OT, not just PT, not just speech, the service industry, the product industry. If there is something that you have a yearning for, hey Rhonda, that you are good at, I promise you, I can teach you how to be better at it. I can teach you how to organize it. I can teach you how to build it. I can teach you how to be in line with state and federal regulations. I can teach you how to figure out your tax system. I can get you the basic stuff to get your business started and to put your stamp on whatever it is you're gifted at and what you love. So again, my PT/OT friends, you cannot work seeing 4 patients in 1 hour, making a max of $50 an hour when you can make 8 times that working for yourself. Tell me if that makes sense. If it makes sense, then you keep doing it. But I'm telling you, I won't. I will not. There are ways that you can make way more money, work less harder, and prepare for ultimately the travel experiences that you want, to be able to send your kids to college, to be able to build inheritance for your kids and your grandkids and generational wealth for your families to come. If you step out on faith, if you couple your gifts, natural gifts, with the things that you love and you're good at, and you connect with the right person to help you achieve what it is you want to get to in life. I promise you, it's not always easy. And yes, some days it's not as busy as others. But once you get a solid foundation and you make a good connection, and you always have your mind open to changing, restructuring, moving in whatever direction is going to actually allow your business to stay stable and sound, I promise you, you can make it work. You can't be stagnant though. You can't stay in the mundane, do what I've always done space and expect things to change. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is quite like insanity. It won't happen. You have to make a change if you want to see something different come about in your life. And so that's what I have been doing. I have been working on different things. So this year I signed up with my own business coach. I invested in myself and in my business to take my business yet to another level. I've been successful and operational for now over 6.5 years as an independent, private-owned rehab therapy company. And now I am adding on to that. So I'm adding on a children's book to bring awareness to families and children with disability, which will be launched here in the summer. I have added on and will be launching a online course and a business coaching opportunity. So there are 2 options. You will have the option there's more than 2 options, but you have the option to go online, take a course coupled with one-on-one coaching opportunities. You also have the option, if you don't want one-on-one with me, which that is where the real deal comes, you get a chance to sit down with me. You get a chance to tell me your visions, talk about things you like, let me figure out how to put you in the right direction, give you the tools, give you the resources, give you the next steps to do, connect you with the right entities. That is what that one-on-one value is. So when I started my business, I was out there literally on my own trying to figure it out. I had to do training courses. I spent thousands. I've gone to Damon John, Shark Tank, 3-day seminars. I've gone to IRS courses, you name it. I've done it. I've invested in attorneys, and I've invested in branding and marketing. I've invested a lot of money with a lot of people. Some decisions, later hindsight, were not the best. So I can teach you also how to avoid the same pitfalls that I went through. Some of the mistakes that I made, I was able to stop my colleague from making when he was about to start his business. Oh, no, that you don't want to do. Because if you do that, then guess what? You're going to have to do all of this, and you wasted all this money and all this time. That's the value, one of the many values or benefits, if you will, of having a business coach, is because they have been in the shoes that you are trying to fit into. We have connections, we have experience, we have knowledge, we have know-how. We have the tools to help you figure out what it is you need to do to package it all together and to make it successful. So I just had a meeting last night with my graphic designer, so my website is almost close to being finalized. Got some work to do there. And so once the website for the coaching and online course is put together and the final details of the business structure is together, then there will be an official launch. And so what the launch will offer is a group package where I am going to allow, I think somewhere around 20 people is where my mind is right now. That may change a little bit, to come in, and I'm going to give you an introductory one-time low purchase of the package for $249.99. You're going to have you're going to have coaching, and you're going to have all this information that I'm putting together in videos and PDFs online to show you how to start your business, for you to get that extra stream of income so you can find financial stability, gain autonomy, stop working 24 people in a day when you could be, you could be seeing 6, or you could be having your whole team doing that same thing for you and not for somebody else. So the launch will allow you to have a group to come in. Again, you're going to have me answering questions. You're going to have the videos available, and you're going to have the PDFs that you can download to help with the step-by-step instructions for starting your business. $250. When I tell you, I just one course, right? I spent $3,500 on just one. I'm giving it to you all for $250. When I say giving it, that's exactly what it is, because it is a giveaway. It is a steal for what you will be getting out of it. It will be a one-time offer. So tell your friends, if you know anybody who is serious about this, who really want to make life-changing decisions, who really want to build autonomy, who really want to have financial control of their life, control over their decisions, to do the thing that they feel good about, that they are naturally gifted at, and want to take their life to another level, this is the time. The online space, again, look around. Every industry, just about every industry that I know, physical therapy, occupational therapy, mental health, your medical doctors, your e-commerce companies, everybody that I know, even the people who do makeup, to people who teach dance. If everybody, just about every industry that exists, they're in the online space, one way or another. If you have a product that you're thinking about making, guess what? You're not going to put it in a store and sell it. Where do you think you're going to sell it at? There are opportunities. Even if you want to stay at your job, which I completely get it, because I did for a number of years. So the first 5, 6, 7 years of me going in and out of entrepreneurship, I worked part-time for somebody else. And I got out here and I did my own little thing on the side, trying to figure out how to make it work. I came back and forth. So I get it. It's not easy to just walk away from your stable thing, the thing that gives you health insurance, the things that give you your retirement money, those things, the things that give you a consistent and regular paycheck. I am not expecting anybody to do that at first. But what I do say is, on your spare time, when you're on your phone, when you're watching TV, when you're doing very non-productive things, that you could be taking that time and doing something that can sow a seed and plant it for your future, not only for your future, but for your children's and your children's children's future, by the decision that you make today. So if you are interested in changing your life, if you are interested in following behind me, this trailblazing woman, single member, LLC, former college professor, orator, author, private practice owner, out of the box thinker, set my own boundaries, doing my own thing, boss babe. Hit me up. DM me your email address. Let's get you signed up for that group. I hope to have the launch announced here really soon. We plan to get it going in the next couple of weeks. So I'm really excited. You'll see more lives. You'll see more content. But don't wait on it, y'all. My prices are going up. They will not be nowhere near $250 after this initial package. So this is the opportunity. If you're concerned about money, you want to keep the costs low, this is the best thing for you. When I did my Damon Johns course, they had coaching opportunities that they offered. And guess what? They started at $40,000. Okay, come close. $40,000. So the fact that you get me for $250, the grid to starting your business, and some few one-on-ones or few group chats with me, you can't beat that. You can't get that no better than that. I have proven track record. I take care of myself. I have a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. I drive a paid-off Mercedes-Benz E350 that I bought brand new. I have my bills are in order, my finances are in order, and my business is running very steady and it's scaling and growing. So I can help you figure out how to take your dreams, your gifts, your talents, your love, put it together and make something solid. So DM me. I look forward to taking you to the next level. Have a great day. Does anybody have any questions before I go? All right now, Dr. Teresa Bristol. I'm doing it over here. Serial entrepreneur, physical therapy doc, author, yes. Business coach, yes. All of that good stuff. Opportunities, multiple streams of income. Thank you, Rhonda. I'm looking forward to you. I know I got some ideas. You got some too. Let's do this thing. Let's not let the opportunities that life has to offer today pass us by. Jeff Bezos, that dude, that multi-serial billionaire, left his job, went to school to be an engineer. Who would have ever thought somebody could do from engineer? Granted, they make a decent money. They make a little over 6 figures on average. But if he had not stepped out on faith, took risk, dived into his natural gifts, planned and executed, you think he would be the person he is today? Nope. He would still be working for somebody else in corporate America, doing the same old mundane. And he is paid. Granted, we may never reach that level of success. However, I will not stop. I will definitely keep trying. So allow yourself to try. He even said allow yourself to experiment and to be okay with things not working. If they don't work, guess what? You re-strategize. You regroup. You do not give up, however. You do not give up. You keep fighting for options. You keep taking different paths. You keep looking in different directions. You keep making different contacts. You learn how to do things new and different to fit the times and the circumstances that we live and exist in. And we live right now in a mobile, online space. How many people are working from home right now? At least a portion of the time or all the time. It went from, I think it was 23% or so before COVID, people working from home. And now it's up to like 70, 80% people in some form or another. It may be 1 day or 2 days. Some people may be completely there. But our lives have changed, and I guarantee you, when this is all over, now that people realize they can make money, we can make money in a different way, Like I said, I can see people all over the whole state of Georgia. Whole state, where I was just looking in a little cluster before. Do you know how much my scope has expanded? So right from the comforts of our homes, we can see people all over the state because we're licensed in that state. And guess what? I got a Florida license too. See the room for opportunity. Take advantage of it. Don't sit on it. Listen to those whispers, those thoughts, those dreams. Stop letting them be on the vision board and in the pieces of paper or in the cracks of our heads. Take action. God gave it to us for a reason. Not to just leave it, not to just bury it and put it in a hole, but to do something with it. If not, I guarantee you won't be as happy as you would have been. You will look back and regret it. And that's one thing you never want to do. Never live your life with regrets. At least if you tried it and it doesn't come out the way you think, at least you tried. And you know that's all you can do. You tried it and you've given it every single thing you got. You come out better on the other side of it regardless. You've learned from it, you've gained from it, you still grew from it. But don't do it and see how you feel. Live with that regret and see how you feel. So again, stay tuned for my business coaching and online training course launch. There will be opportunities for you can have me as just a coach, where you can pay for an hourly session with me if that's all you want. You can have a combination of online coaching with the online class. I should say coaching, one-on-one coaching coupled with the online training course to start your own business. Or you can just take the online course by itself. So there are going to be different packages available to fit your needs. So not only am I working with helping people start their business, take their visions and their dreams and make it a reality, but also for those who have businesses. I have friends who they struggled, they started it, they can't really make it work. You know, they may be making a little bit off of it, but it's not doing what they need it to do. I know how to fix that. I know how to make that thing, that diamond in the rough, just pull it out and make it shine. I can help you with that. I promise you. I have a good eye for things. I have a good intuition. I have expertise. I have experience of over 20 years in a very broad spectrum of things that I can help you. I know leadership. I know teamwork. I know how to guide. I know how to pull out your natural gifts. So I had this, I had a brick and mortar clinic in Florida for 3 years. I had a nice staff at office coordinator, had physical therapy techs. I had a physical therapy assistant that worked for me. And in that time, I had ideas of roles that some people were going to play. But there is this one particular person who I thought was going to be part of my administrative team. She had great strengths in some areas, but there was a place where she just stopped. She couldn't go any further. And it took me some time to pick out what her gifts were at first. I was trying to elevate her to a level that she wasn't capable of being elevated to. And then we kept making mistakes. We kept having issues. It created a very unproductive, inefficient relationship. And so I had to step back and look at what gifts she had. And she had some gifts. She was very reliable, extremely consistent, always early for her job. I mean, she always got my office open. She had everything ready and in place for me. She was very organized. She's very detail oriented. I had to take her strengths and put her in a position where she could shine and take her out of what I wanted for her, because what I wanted for her wasn't where her gifts were. I had to look at her true innate gifts. Sometimes you can try to strengthen a weakness in some people and it can get better. But in some cases, some people are just not going to get better in a certain area because that's not who they are. That's not who they were created to be. And that's not how they're gifted. And so in order to help them, you really need to put them in a position where they can shine, where they can be powerful, where they can grow in their own innate natural element, if you will. And I have that gift. I have that gift of discernment. That to me, once I saw it, the light came on. Oh my God, our work relationships was so much better. We had to change who did what and how it was done. But when it came together, it was just the best thing ever. So I tell you, leadership, everybody can be a leader. Everybody is not a leader. Everybody's not a teacher. Everybody doesn't understand learning styles. I do. I know it, and I can teach it. I can teach you how to get the best out of what you are trying to achieve. So again, business coaching opportunities coming. So if you guys are interested, please send me some information, DM me, share it with your friends. Follow at Dr. Teresa Bristol. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for some great content by searching Dr. Teresa Bristol. If you want to see some of my success stories, insight and tips regarding physical therapy, you can go to at PT_works14 on Instagram. I also have a Facebook page. You can search PT Works Facebook page. My physical therapy rehab services website is ptworks4pain.com. You can also go to Google Maps. You can see a little bit there too. I'm all over that online space that I'm telling you about. All right. Follow at Dr. Teresa Bristol and stay tuned for more great opportunities to grow, to learn, and to expand. Multiple streams of income 2021. Don't let it leave you without another way to bring money in your homes. Okay? Can I get a thumbs up if we're going to try it? I know. All right. Have a great day, guys. Take care.